and gentlemen, I'm sitting here today with the one and only YouTube wrestling heavyweight champion of the world. He is Tony Chini. What's up, Chini?
Wow, couldn't have said it better myself. I'm doing pretty good. I just got off a little sprint battling this guy named COVID-19, and I kicked his ass, let me tell you. 2 weeks later, I got him with the pile driver straight down to the ground, and now the YouTube champ is ready to defend against Joey Angelo in the penetration chamber. What do you think of that?
Oh man, I think I'm excited for that match because I've seen what you guys have done to each other in the past, and I kind of want to talk about the past for a minute because I met you. I want to talk about this. I met you at at a taping that you guys were having, and it was the first time I showed up, obviously, and you were there, and I kind of like, I was the odd guy out, the new guy. It was a little bit awkward, but you were mad cool right away. There were so many of you guys were completely approachable, but it was a very weird time in GTS. And Grim was going through some personal turmoil that was kind of playing out on the show. And we're seeing that happen right now with the TikTok Terrifier. We're seeing some
Yeah,
crazy things and crazy developments happen right now. Tell everybody what you think about this TikTok Terrifier and what's happening with what's going on at GTS right now.
right before I left, not left, but had to leave for a couple weeks due to COVID, I was experiencing a couple things with the TikTok Terrifier. There were kids yelling through the woods. There's people running through, filming us right there, like right there, not even through the woods, but right there in our yard, like right there in the space that we perform. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
was at the Regal Rumble. It's definitely an issue. And one thing that I like to say is, we do this like for you guys. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, that's bothering this person. I know that I understand. The secret was leaked and all this stuff, but we don't know the full story. And yeah, that's just there it is. It's
Yeah. And
crazy.
it says face reveal at 50K followers. And if you guys have
Wow,
anything to say about it, I
he's at
think,
20. Hey, geez, he does better than
yeah.
me on TikTok.
Yeah, he's getting up there, and this goes to show you that there are some sick puppies out there. This should never happen, and I don't even know if I want to get into any of that stuff. It's just kind of personal business for Grim, but yeah, this is a crazy time in GTS. There's a lot of insanity happening from a lot of different angles, but I want to kind of go back to the beginning for you. We have a mutual friend who I don't even know if you know this, but I started working at Subaru, and I was working with a kid named CJ, and he's like, "Do you know Tony Chini, bro?" And I'm like, yeah, I know Tony Chini. And his name is CJ. I don't want to bust out well, CJ Presto is his name. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know him
yeah,
or not,
yeah,
or you remember him. Yeah,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew
dude.
he
He
was on
was like,
the Super.
okay, yeah, dude. He mentioned you and he said, yeah, Tony Chini's a great guy and he's gonna work hard. And I told him he's got to do it now. He's got to do it now. So take me back to the beginning because I know there's a video out there actually on Grimm's channel of a young Tony Chini sitting at a wrestling show, marking out for actually being on camera with Grimm. And now you're the champion of the entire company, and it's only the beginning for you in your career. But tell us about the early times, the beginning, and how that was building towards that moment.
Well, it's actually really funny that you mentioned CJ. Although he has nothing to do with wrestling itself, this is something that a story of mine that he kind of helped me, kind of pushed me to that next level. So this is what happened. So when I just first started my training at 911 school, unfortunately the school had closed and I hadn't been able to train for a little while. So I decided, I'm not in the ring right now, so let me develop a character, which I started developing the delivery boy. And I had my own little YouTube channel and nobody really watched it or anything. I didn't get a lot of views, but I just kept doing it with my friend and kept making videos. And somebody, like a wrestler, like just some random wrestler that was on the Facebook page, started talking shit in the comments. And CJ started standing up for me and started commenting back at this guy like this guy's gonna be something, like this guy's like following his dreams, like who are you to say anything. And he like messaged me and like really uplifted me, like you can do this. And then not too long after that I found GTS. Like went not found, but I already knew about GTS obviously, but I went to GTS. And I mean that is actually really cool that story comes full circle with you knowing CJ. But yeah, I mean, he motivated me to kind of do that. And then I actually ended up knowing. Do you remember Jose?
Yes, I actually do. I do remember him. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I worked with him at a restaurant, I kept trying to, get me on GTS. I have some training, you know what I mean? Like, I'd really like on there. He was also fake Manabo. But anyway, like I kept telling him, like I have some training and like I want to be on the show really bad. And he was like, yeah, I'll ask, I'll ask, I'll ask. But he hasn't been on the show at that point in a while, so he never really got to ask. Eventually, I got contacted by Dalton, and he actually was asking me about my little YouTube show that I was telling you about. And I told him honestly, we don't get any views, we don't have anything to offer, but I see that you're on GTS, and I'd really like to be on there. And he says, well, I need a ride on Monday. So next thing
Oh.
you know, I ride and drive him there. I tell Grim, hey, I got some experience. I have a character. I do the delivery boy. I have a T-shirt already, and I had the pizza box with me. And he was like, all right, we'll give you a shot. And I wrestled Grim my first day.
Wow, dude, first day. That's amazing. What a story. My first day with GTS and one of my last days, I was a referee and I didn't know that I was going to get a razor's edge. And I got razor's edged in the ring. First bump I ever took, and I've told the story a few times, and I've put the video out there a couple times too. Man, I was told that I took the bump okay, but I was a little shook up. And it takes a while to kind of get a feeling. Even the first day I trained, I'll bring up this story specifically. The first day I trained with you guys, I was actually taking hip tosses and stuff the first day. And the next day I could barely walk, man. I took so many bumps that day. But we were on the apron specifically this moment where I was struggling with the tie up. I really didn't understand the actual like the mechanism of how to do it. And I was like, yo, can you help me with this? And you were like, yeah, dude, come on. And we were just like, boom, boom. Like we did it like 3-4 times in a row, like rapid fire. And you're like, yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. And then I went in there and I got it like on the first shot. And it was awesome. And I want to thank you for that. I never went back to training with you guys, but that's because I'm old and I hurt and I have trouble with that kind of stuff. But tell us about your training in wrestling. Has this been kind of like a trial by fire type thing? Or is it something that are you going to a school or do you plan on going to a school? Is this something where you plan on continuing your education through the business or are you just going to do it the way you've been? Oh man, I think we got some technical
So
difficulties.
I really like,
I think we're breaking up a little bit, Chini.
yeah, we're starting to.
A little lag. Let me see. Let me see if I could. Please hold, viewers, if you still got this live. Let me
Yep,
see if
just a
there's
little
anything I
bit.
could do in the house. I think we might be back. I just asked her to stop streaming if she could, but I don't know if that's affecting it. I know my internet is top notch, so I don't know if maybe it's on your end, but either way, um, I think we kind of have a little bit here where you can kind of go into that a little bit about like if you plan on getting continuous training because I've noticed that GTS just from watching it, it seems like some of the wrestlers that show up have little training and are kind of learning on the job. I'll say KBA for example, he's working really hard and he's gotten way better, but he was training on the job. So like, tell me a little bit about that. Was that the way you did it? Like kind of was training on the job or did you have formal training? You said 911 school. Do you plan on continuing that training at other schools? Did you go there for a long time? Tell us a little bit about that time period. Man, Tony, I don't think this is
So
working.
when I went to 911 school, it was actually the head trainers were
There we go.
yeah, what's it called? The head trainers were Dr. Rex Lucky Leo Zuko. So they were kind of the ones that really trained me for the most part. 911 would be there. He would help out sometimes. He would just see how the progression. He'd give his 2 cents, 3 cents, but it was full 2 cents, 3 cents. It just helped out. And he still helps me today. Like, I mean, honestly, like I still talk to 911 and Truex go all the time, and they continue to help me and train me. And that was in their school was open for the most part of the year of 2017, and I went there from the start to the beginning. And then after that, I went to GTS, and had some on the job training, but I had enough training at that point to where I knew the basics enough to where I was just learning more and more.
Gotcha.
Another school in 2020, in the beginning of last year, before the pandemic struck, I was at the Wrestle Factory in Philadelphia. And the Wrestle Factory, Shikara, it actually helped me out a lot. And he kind of straighten up some of the things that, like some of the loose ends that, like I kind of had that I kind of was missing from the training that I didn't receive yet. I'm actually looking to like look into different schools and kind of take like a month at this school, maybe a school, 6 at this school, because I feel like I find it better to learn from different people can from everywhere as staying in place and learning one. I just feel like that you can add a lot more knowledge that way. I've done seminars, Lewis. I've been out to Ohio, Delaware, North Carolina, uh, Pennsylvania, all over the place. You know, just with any opportunity to learn from anyone I can.
Yeah, you're out there hustling, man. You're out there working hard, and it's really paying off. It really is paying off because like I said, I've been watching the show for a few years, and you've improved tenfold. I put you over all the time on social media, and so is Onslaught. And I know you guys have kind of wrestled in different territories throughout the country, and you guys kind of have a little bit of a backstory within GTS. But tell me about that moment in the Regal Rumble where it came down to you and Onslaught, and it was time for the pinnacle of your career so far. Tell us about that moment and how that felt.
When it came down to me and Onslaught, it was just one of those feelings that it's just like, here we go again. You know what I mean? Like no matter what I do, no matter where I go, no matter where we go, we're always there, and we're always kind of in each other's way, but in a good way. You know what I mean? We're there to kind of test each other and elevate each other because we've wrestled in Philadelphia on Fight TV. We've wrestled out in the St. Louis title in front of, I think, maybe 400, 500 people. We've wrestled, at GTS numerous times. We've wrestled other places. And now it all just comes down to this again. I mean, Angelo, serious competitor, and that I'm not, taking him seriously, but I'm going to beat Joey Angelo at the penetration chamber when I do. I told Onslaught that I'm going to Romania for the championship, and that.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Penetration Chamber is coming up soon. Joey Angelo is, I just want to make this comment about him. He's crazy. Okay. He is out of his mind. He will do anything. That match he had with Kurt Bale, where they had the glass panels, and that was one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. That could have gone wrong 20 different ways. Are you ready to take it to that kind of level at the Penetration Chamber if he busts out a giant panel of glass or something? Like, what the hell? I think I might have lost Tony Chini. Think I might have lost Tony Chini. We'll wait on Chini to see if he gets back. Hold on, let's see if we can if we got Tony Chini back. We back, Tony?
Hello?
Hey, hey. You there, bro?
You there?
Yeah.
Yep,
Got some lag. Let me.
yep, we're good.
All right, I think. Okay, we're good. All right, so are you like Joey Angelo? I was touching on this. The Penetration Chamber is coming soon, and Joey Angelo is sick. He's twisted. He'll do anything. He'll put his body on the line. His match with Kurt Bale was ridiculous with the glass panels and just the fire and all that. Are you ready for that kind of chaos and mayhem at the Penetration Chamber? He's the champion. He's definitely ready. He's the champion. I know what the answer. You're definitely ready, but are you going to take it to that level of extreme if you have to? Man, looks like technical difficulties with Tony Chini are coming into play tonight. But don't worry, don't fret. We'll do this. We'll do this. If this doesn't work out, we'll do it again. I think he's still trying to get on board, but there are technical difficulties, and that happens from time to time in the live podcast business. But man, the Penetration Chamber is coming up soon. If you're not a GTS wrestling fan, I highly recommend you check out GTS Wrestling at Silly Super Pop on YouTube. Make sure you check it out. Tony Chini is the world champion. Let's see if we got Tony back. Tony, you there? We got you. Let's do this, Tony. I'm gonna kick you out, and then you can sign back in, and we'll see how that works. All right. I'm kicking out Tony Chini. All right. Tony Chini is getting kicked. All right. I'm kicking Tony Chini, kicking him out. He's booted, and hopefully he comes back in. Let's text him. Let's bring him back in. This is why I love doing this live, because anything, it's like Monday Night Raw. Anything can happen, brother. It's like Raw, brother. Anything can happen. I just kicked out. I just took the GTS YouTube heavyweight champion. Yes, Eric Clark. I took the GTS champion and I kicked him right out of here. I said, Tony Chini. Your internet sucks, brother. And I'm blaming Grim for that internet. Let's see if we got Tony back. He might be back in here. Let's try it again with Tony. Let's see if we got Tony Chini's back. I think we're having internet difficulties, brother.
Are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you. We're kind of good. We might be good. We might have a little bit of a lag, but I think we're pretty good. So, my question to you, I don't know if you got it, was GTS penetration chamber. You got Joey Angelo. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be anything goes. Are you prepared for this?
Yeah. Before we cut out from what I heard about how, Joey Angelo's crazy and he's always willing to take it up to the limit and past that. And am I willing to get to the extreme with Joey Angelo? And yes, and I have before, and I've bled with Joey Angelo before, literally. We've had 3 stages of hell. Falls count anywhere. We had everything. I mean, we've done it all, and we've taken each other to the limits. And that was just for the United States Championship. And at the end of that feud, we became the Familia, and then we became the tag team champions. And then we went on to other promotions, and we established ourselves there. And then he goes with his brother, KBA. And I don't know what's been wrong with him lately, but this is the thing. Other than what's wrong with him, what's right with him is that he's the number 1 contender for the YouTube Wrestling Figures Heavyweight Championship. And that is the title that I hold. And I'm not going to let go of it lightly. I'm not going to stand by while Joey Angelo, let me just rephrase what I was about to say real quick, because Joey difficulties again. That's why Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. We're off by like a few seconds, so I'm just letting you roll, brother. Yeah, we got like a few second delay. We got a few second delay with the champ.
Like being like laggy. I just you could. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I was the glue that held the Familia together. And whether Joey Angelo likes to admit it or not, I was the one that made sure that we were there. I was the one that made sure that we had our together, that we had our moves together, that we were still learning, that we were still improving. And at the end of the day, everything that Joey Angelo knows is something that I taught him, and I didn't teach him everything.
Yeah, the teacher never teaches the student everything, and I'm excited for Penetration Chamber. I think it's going to be an awesome match. You guys are both good, have improved so much, man. That's one thing that I noticed about watching. Now, you don't know me that well. We don't know each other that well, in full disclosure. I'm a mega diehard wrestling fan, dude. I analyze this sport, and I know you do too. I've seen you in the GTS chat that's behind the scenes, making comments about some old school wrestling, sharing some videos of old school wrestling, and that kind of stuff is important. And what I've seen out of you is developing almost your own style in the ring, and that's important to stand out amongst the talent. Now, right now in the business, there's so much wrestling, and Stone Cold Steve Austin said it once best, is that it's like a gear that just keeps moving. It just keeps moving. It doesn't stop. And once one of the gears gets real old and can't work anymore, you take it out and you put a new one in. And that's what's happening right now. And there are big things in your future, and a lot of wrestlers on the GTS roster's future, if they want it. What's your goal ultimately in the wrestling business? I know we're thinking about Penetration Chamber and Grimomania this year, but you got to think down the line, long term. What is your pie in the sky dream in the business, baby? Look at it.
Yeah, I mean, really, the dream is I mean, for anybody that would be saying the WWE, AEW, to have a contract, but and that would be awesome, and that's obviously the goal. But the dream is for people to know who I was, the people know who I am, and for people to know the dedication and the put into wrestling, and to be able to teach, not yet, but later on, once every said and done, and I can't perform at the highest level that I feel I can, then I'd like to help others in any way I can learn in this sport, because I mean, that's the best way to give back, if I've and to teach as much as you can.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, man. And that's a big part of this platform and this podcast that I'm doing. If you looked at my channel, I have a lot of random guests from all over different professions. And one thing that I like to talk about is what motivates them to do what they're doing right now in their life, and what kind of practical real life advice that anybody can use to achieve their goals and their dreams. And I'd like you to do that for me real quick. Tell everybody what you've done, whether it's a routine, whatever your like idea of that is. What have you done to get the discipline to develop Tony Chini, the YouTube wrestling heavyweight champion of the world?
It's really all about in here, in your mind, and you have to put everything into it. If you want to be in the professional wrestling business, whether you want to be a wrestler, whether you want to be a referee, the ring crew, in every aspect of wrestling, you have to put every single bit of your mind, body, and soul into it, and that's the goal. And it's scary to say, you know what I mean? It almost sounds like it's a like a religious practice or something, and it almost is, because you have to put literally like every single bit of what you're doing into it. I mean, like I'm constantly, when I'm not in the ring, I'm constantly on social media. I'm advertising myself. Hey, I have my sauce right here. Actually, the Fran's Fire and Arrow sauce that you can get by going to ltw-live.com, and you can get it for us. Or you could also order shirts. Boom, the Fran right here. You can get plenty of shirt designs. You just got to DM me, or you got to email booktonychini@gmail.com. It's all about that. That's what wrestling's about. Being able to market yourself at any time, being able to put yourself out there and not worrying about what anybody's going to say about it.
Dude, I absolutely love that. That was awesome. Buy the hot sauce. I had it up on the screen before. I actually want to grab it again and show everybody, because I thought that was a great idea. Marketing and branding is something that is like, it can't be overstated, especially in this business. Like, the fact that you have a YouTube channel is awesome. Every wrestler should have a YouTube channel. So take any opportunity to cut a promo whenever they have the chance to do it. I know that I am working occasionally on GTS's social media platforms, the YouTube page, not the YouTube page, excuse me, the Facebook page, the TikTok page. You know, I'm working on those channels, and I'm trying to get promos out of you guys, but nobody wants to cut promos. So, Chini, tell your roster, man, you're the champion. Here's a moment where you can motivate your roster, your locker room. Tell them that what they need to do. Tell them what they need to do, man.
Will do, man. We'll do it. And I'll cut the promo. I'll be the first one, and I'll show it to them, and I'll say, hey guys, it's easy as 30 seconds to a minute. All it is putting yourself, getting more people seeing your stuff. So try to stay on there, put over whatever you go over. But in the end of the day, the GTS TikTok probably has more followers than your TikTok. So put yourself there.
Bingo, bingo, bro. I appreciate it. Bro, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight. We're going to cut it, wrap it up a little bit short because we're having technical difficulties. I'll slice and dice this video up, try to make something of it. But I want to do this again. I want to do this over and over and over again. I want to be right here following the career of Tony Chini all the way to the top of the business, because I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere except for the top. So give me one last little, your opportunity to say anything you want. Anything you want, brother, before we sign off.
Well, hey, man, if we're signing off, then I just got to tell you where to find me. If you want to follow me just like Jay does, you just got to follow me on Twitter at Tony Chini96, Instagram at Tony Chini96. If you guys want a personalized shout out from Tony Chini himself, you could even get one from Francesca. You just got to go on Cameo. It's only $5. Both care, we'll do it. We also have those t-shirts that I was talking about, only $20, hand printed right here. The Fran t-shirts. You got even, bam, the brand new design right and the Fran on it. Only $20 fees to the US. It's awesome, guys. You just DM me or email me at booktonychini@gmail.com. You got the Fran's hot sauce, ltw-live.com. You guys get this. It will burn your tongue in the hottest way possible and the best way possible. It tastes amazing. And let me tell you one more thing. You can also go to Pro Wrestling Tees if you don't want to go through the hassle of messaging me. You just go on Pro Wrestling, has your stuff on right here. Thank you guys for your support. Be on the lookout for more announcements.
Tony Chini, thank you so much, my friend. We'll do this again. We'll hopefully do it better, and I want to do it in person next time I see you at the GTS tapings. I'm going to be there someday soon, I'm sure, after this pandemic craziness. I'll be out there again, and I want to do a quick little video in person and talk to you that way too, man. So good to see you, and continue to kick ass, and best of luck against Joey Angelo at the Penetration Chamber.